DreAllDay.com.
What up, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. This week's motivation is called Disturbia. It's about getting disturbed and uncomfortable. What is it that would make you uncomfortable enough to start taking some action? The thing is, in life, many people go through life with small amounts of disturbia. That means there are small things in their lives, like any of you can think about this for yourself or someone you know or someone you've heard of. They got little things in their lives that they don't really like. They don't really like how they look. They don't really like their weight. They don't really like their business situation. They don't really like their financial situation. They're not completely happy in their intimate relationships. They're not completely satisfied with the circle of friends that they have. They're not completely happy with what they've accomplished to this point in their lives. But it's not like they're terribly unhappy with it. They're not completely disturbed, like I absolutely have to do something. Is like if you talk to them about it and you get them talking enough, they'll start telling you how they're unhappy with certain things, but they're not so unhappy that it's like an emergency, like I gotta do something right now. Now think about this. All of us have been in situations like that, right? Where we've had things where we're mildly unhappy with certain stuff, like maybe person we have a relationship with, whether that be a friend, a parent, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, husband, wife, a kid. We don't really like something, but we don't say nothing. We kind of just let it go, and it keeps happening over and over again, but we don't really say anything because it's a mild disturbance. We kind of just let it go. Or we don't like how much money we're making in our business or at our jobs and our careers, and we don't do anything about it because it's enough money. Like, it's not as much as we want, but it's enough. Like, we got enough. We pay the bills, keep your cell phone turned on. You can go to the club once a week. You can make sure your kids eat. It's enough. Like, we got enough to get by, but it's not as much as I want, but it's enough. Like, it's not terrible. It's just not great. And then it's the same thing in a whole bunch of things in our lives. We've all had these situations. Maybe not those exactly, but you know what I'm talking about, where it's like, all right, I know that could be better, but it's not terrible, so I'm going to just leave it alone. We might not say that to ourselves, but that's what we're thinking. That's what we're telling ourselves mentally all the time. The purpose of this week's motivation is understand this. You have to make a decision, a choice, that the things in your life that you're not completely happy with, not the things that you put up with, not the things that you tolerate, not the things that are all right, not the things that you can let go, the things that you are not completely happy with. You have to put yourself in a mental state that you make the decision that this is not good enough and I'm going to do something about it. Now, it might not be, let's just say if we put a scale of unhappiness from 0 to being 0 meaning you're not unhappy at all, meaning you're completely happy, to 100 being like this absolutely must change. Like, let's think about this. We talk about pain, physical pain. If a woman wearing high heel shoes stepped on your foot, that's enough physical pain that you must do something right now, right? You're going to get up and push her and say, yo, get the hell off my foot. That's hurting so much that you can't just not say nothing, right? You have to do something at that exact moment. That's 100% of unhappiness and discomfort. They're 100% disturbed. You must do something right now. The thing is, in life, most of the time, we don't ever get to level 100 with something being disturbing us enough that makes us have to do something right now. And what happens is people die a slow, uncomfortable, unhappy death because they're always at that unhappiness level with things, that disturbance level of certain things in their lives. It's at about somewhere between 40 and 60%. And they live their whole lives about 40 to 60% unhappy with everything. But it's not 100%, so they don't have to do anything. It's kind of like, I could, I should, I might. And they just go through their whole lives, 70 years, 80 years, 90 years, unhappy, about 60% unhappy, but not so unhappy that they had to do something about it. What you need to do is condition yourself to put yourself in a mental state that you choose that when something's not a 0, that means when you're not completely happy with it, you go do something about it, and you have to do something about it right now. Because if you don't, what's going to happen is, I'm sure all of you can think of someone you know, someone you've seen, someone you heard of, who went through life or is like, I'm not completely happy with this thing. And you'll have people tell you, right? Like, I'm not completely happy with my job. I'm not completely happy with my relationship. I'm not completely happy with how I look. I'm not completely happy with my weight. I'm not completely happy with how I'm performing at work or at school or with my friends. I'm not completely happy with the people who are around me. And then they go keep doing the exact same thing that they're not happy with. How many of you know somebody like that? How many of you know somebody really well like that, like yourselves? And you know that you're not completely happy with something, but then you just keep doing it. Why? Because it's not uncomfortable enough for you yet. The purpose of this week's motivation is to make you conscious of it. Purpose is to make you aware that there are certain things that you know you're not happy with, that you know is not satisfactory. You know they're not acceptable, but you're accepting them. You're living with them, and you're just letting them slowly kill you. Because every day in life, you're getting older. You're getting closer to the end of your life every single second that you live. Are you going to keep living 50% unhappy, 40 to 60%, like not just disturbed, but just not quite enough to get myself off the couch, to get off my ass and go do something? Or are you going to say, you know what, 40% ain't good enough. This got to go. These friends got to get changed out. This relationship has to end. This job ain't good enough. I quit. I'm starting my own business. This business ain't performing well enough. We're going to make some changes right now. I don't care what we've been doing. We making changes till we get this right. I don't care. I don't like how I'm performing in school. I'm going to go see all my teachers and see what I need to do to get my grades better. I don't like my position on the basketball team. I'm going to go talk to the coach, find out exactly what I need to do to get more playing time, or so I can get the ball more, and I'm going to start doing it immediately starting today. These are all choices, ladies and gentlemen. This is not skills. This is not a talent thing. This is not a resource thing. This is a choice that you make mentally. I'm going to do something about this situation that is disturbing me enough. And see, when I say the word enough, that's relative. Because enough for some people could be 1% discomfort. Something need to change right now. Nothing else is happening until we change this 1%. And other people, enough could be 99%. It got to be 99% before I do anything. 90% I could live with, but 99 I got to do something. So enough is relative to what you choose. You can set that bar wherever you want it to be. 1% discomfort, hey, hold on. That's not okay. Or 99% discomfort, all right, I'm going to let myself be all the way unhappy till I finally hit that threshold. These are choices that you have to make, and you make a decision to have these standards. And this week, now you're aware of it because I just brought it to your attention. Work on your game, DreAllDay.com. Checking out this video. Make sure you follow all my top content up here. Follow me on all your favorite social networks right over here, and make sure you are subscribed to catch all the new content I put on this channel every single day. Work on your game.